According to a recent survey, more than 70% of workers are unhappy at their jobs. So if you hate your job and can't wait to escape the grind, you're not alone. Interestingly, the key to unchaining yourself from your 9-to-5 desk might be asking yourself a very simple question. Why? It is one of the most powerful questions you can ask. When you repeatedly ask yourself a series of why questions, it can uncover deep insights and reveal the underlying reasons behind your thoughts, feelings, behaviours, or even your current circumstances. In the corporate world, this problem-solving technique is referred to as root cause analysis. Similarly, if you ask yourself a set of why questions regarding why you can't quit your job, you might be able to identify what's standing in your way and, more importantly, what to do about it. With that being said, here are 4 reasons why you might be trapped in a job you desperately want to quit. 1. You're worried about your finances. Money worries is arguably the biggest reason why many people are stuck in the job they hate. We all need to pay for housing, food, transportation, and healthcare, in addition to other things that help improve our quality of life. So, you're fully aware of the consequences if quitting your current job goes wrong. You don't want to quit a safe job for a new job you might lose shortly after starting it. Certainly, with no income coming in, the thought of losing your house, your car, or not being able to feed your family can be terrifying. However, you can mitigate this risk by first saving up a 6 to 12-month emergency fund that covers your monthly expenses. This reduces the risk of not being able to meet your financial obligations if, for instance, you lose your new job. Moreover, knowing you have up to 1 year to find another job should give you some confidence to take the leap. 2. You have no exit plan. This is as obvious as it gets. How do you escape a place you hate without a strategy? How do you navigate the obstacles standing in your way? If you want to quit your job, it's important to have a roadmap that clearly shows how you'll go from where you are to your new endeavor. The problem is that many people only think about the quitting part without clarity on how they'll make it happen. For instance, if you want to quit your job to start your own business, what level of income does your business need to generate before you can safely quit your job? Also, what tasks do you need to do regularly to build the business to that level? Moreover, it's important to be realistic in your responses and consider that your time will be shared with your current job, your business, and your private life. Ultimately, if you want to quit a job you hate, you need a plan that shows how you'll realistically bring it to fruition. 3. You don't have the skills. It's one thing to desire something, it's another thing to have the ability to get it. If you don't have the skills to get a new job or start your own business, it'll be very difficult to quit your job. This can make you feel helpless and hopeless, which is not a good place to be. With the level of competition in today's marketplace, you need to possess top-notch skills and strive for excellence to achieve success on your terms. As a result, depending on what your next move is, identify the skills you need to make it happen. Set smart goals to acquire the skills and take action consistently. Remember, only you can get you out of that cubicle. So, if you don't like your current job, start developing the skills you need for your escape. 4. You're afraid of the unknown. The fear of the unknown is something that cuts across different aspects of our lives, and in this situation, it's totally understandable. However, if you give this fear too much power, it can prevent you from taking the necessary steps to escape a job draining joy out of your life. A great way to render this fear powerless is to imagine what life might look like after quitting your job and the risks associated with that. Then, come up with practical ways to mitigate these risks, just like we did with the financial risk earlier. The clearer and more prepared you are, the more confident you'll be to take the leap. The fear of the unknown is real, but don't let it hold you back from moving forward. Feeling stuck in a job you hate can be dispiriting. It can take a toll on your general motivation and happiness, so it's something you need to take seriously. If you're not happy in your job and want to quit, consider doing the following. 1. Take control of your finances. 2. Write an exit plan and take action. 3. Develop the skills you need in your next endeavor. 4. Mitigate the risks of quitting your job. Remember, your job is just one of the many ways to earn a living, so don't let it hold you back from seeking more fulfilling alternatives. Hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.